Hey there. So I had a little fun shooting this morning, trying to do some slow-mo footage using the variable frame rate on the GH5 with my Canon 100 to 400 millimeter f4.5 to f5.6, and with my Metabone speed booster, it makes it like a f3.5 to f4 point something. It works pretty good. There's no autofocus in the variable frame rate though. But that's okay. Manual focus is easy enough with the focus peaking in the GH5. I got a few things in the backyard, some woodpeckers and blue jay, and didn't get the fox. I had two fox running around the past few days. And a while back I made a video about how mangy they were getting, and I was trying to treat them with this stuff called agramectin. It's a medicine for livestock to treat mange, and but they never ate it, but they seem to be coming around with more frequency, so I'm going to try to dose them again and see what happens. Hopefully they'll eat the food. I put some dog food out for them last night and nothing touched it. I have a security camera out back. It records pretty poorly. It's a pretty poor quality, that is. The name of the cameras are Arlo. They kind of suck, but anyway, it's enough to see that if something came by, and nothing even came by last night, so maybe tonight, but I need to get some more dog food for them. But anyway, yeah, I'm trying to variable frame rate on this thing for slow motion is what that does. 120 frames per second and slowing it down to about half. It looks pretty good. It only does it in 1080 in the for slowing it down 120 frames per second. It'll go up to 180, but the video starts to get pretty mushy. It kind of looks like video out of a Canon camera, which is pure crap. That's why I got the GH5 for video. Anyway, so I bump it down to 120. It seems to help it a lot. So I got a few shots here. Came down to the pond behind. An interesting thing, there's a little pond back here, drainage pond. It hasn't been here before. It just kind of appeared over the winter. It isn't like we've had a whole lot of, I mean, we've had rain, a lot of it, but we've had lots of rain for the past 3 years. This is the first time I've seen any water in this thing. It actually looks like they may be diverting water into it. There used to be a little kind of section here with a meadow that got cleared out, cut down, and now everything is full of water. Like 2 weeks ago, there was a couple of wood ducks in here, and I got some shots of them, but they were pretty far away, so nothing any good. And today I saw a green heron down here, and he saw me first and took off, so no shots of him. But there's some little, I forget what they're called, kind of like a sandpiper. It's not a yellowlegs. I forget what they're called, but he's been down here for a while. I got some shots of him. I didn't get that close to him because I didn't want to scare him away. And a couple of mallards, pileated woodpeckers back here in the woods. Saw one, heard him a lot. I was trying to find him, and I walked underneath this one tree, and stuff falling off the tree where he was pecking away up top of me, but I couldn't see him. Well, I saw him when he flew to another tree, but no shots of him. But it looks like warblers are starting to show up. I've heard northern Parula's back here. They have a pretty distinct call. We got some towhees showing up. In the backyard, I heard a very familiar call, and I can't remember what it is, what kind of bird it is. Maybe a yellow warbler. I tried to find it in the Audubon app. I couldn't nail down what warbler it is, but there's one back there. I can't. It's a really familiar call. I just can't remember what it is. Anyway, so yeah, I set up here to film myself talking. I went home and ate lunch first. Came back out. It's gotten pretty windy again, and as soon as I set up, it starts pouring down rain. I pull up my radar map. Get up. I set everything up. Put my lav mic on. Set it up here, and it starts pouring. So put it back in the truck. And I swear, is it too much to ask for it to not rain every single frickin' weekend, or the wind not to be blowing 40 to 50 miles an hour? It drives me nuts. But anyway, as you can see, it was a quick storm. I looked on the weather map, and it's like the only place in 3 states was raining was right here. But as you can see, it's gone now. There's just a couple of clouds left in the sky, but it looks pretty nice now, other than the wind. Wanted to go flying today, but that's kind of a no-go. At this point, I got a new plane to fly, something small. It's about that big, from Horizon Hobby. It's a Sport Cub S, and it runs off 1-cell batteries. It's kind of slow, but it's small. It's good enough I can fly around the backs of the schools and small fields, but it does not do wind well. I took it out the other day, and maybe it was like 8 to 10 mile an hour winds, and oh man, I was struggling to get that thing back on the ground. I wanted to get back on the ground before I crashed it, you know, brand new out of the box. It was only $100 anyway, but I don't want to crash it. So I got it back down. It's all's good, but I'm waiting for the wind to stop blowing so I can fly it. I hope it's not showing up on the lav mic too much. It probably is. The wind's blowing right at me. But anyway, yeah, so I took some shots of slow-mo today, and go ahead and watch it. Hope you like it. Thanks. See you later.